What's going on, everybody? So today, the project at hand. So my Kubota, we're gonna change the oil, and I'm gonna grease it and see if I have one of these fuel filters. We're gonna change it out too. And if you live in southeastern Ohio, actually anywhere in Ohio, today is Monday, April 1st, and tomorrow they're calling for some pretty bad storms to come through. So trying to get everything ready to go. Got the generator ready, got the gas put in it, made sure it ran, and got to go strap down the trampoline next. So that is the next task, is we are going to tie down the trampoline better. So we're going to get right to it. So if anyone has a Kubota L275, I found fuel filters on Amazon, and that is the part number. If you look that up, that fits more than this tractor, but I know specifically it fits mine. So I haven't changed this since about last summer. I changed this out, so I want to get a new filter in there for the summer, and I got to come up here on the inside. And I still got to get a filter for the hydraulic system yet, but I'm going to worry about that later. I'm not too worried about that yet. I want to get all the mechanical stuff for the engine changed. So we turn that off. That wasn't good. Might as well put that in there now. It's done. Maybe. There we go. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, I guess it's time to go fishing. Thought that was screwed on there a little farther than it was. I mean, I could see that filter before I took it off, but I honestly didn't want this to happen. Now it's so oily I can't hold on to it. Filter. There's a little spring down in there you gotta watch out for too. I'm making a video. Oh, that brake pedal's right in the way. You guys probably couldn't see anything from back there. Then if I leave this loose, I can turn this. And you start to see the fuel come in, and I'll just let it bleed out that way. And then I'll tighten this up. See, there's little chunks in there and stuff, so. And then just wait for it to drip a little bit. And then that's good. Just tighten it up. I mean, this is on there and on there, but I like it to be in this position so that way it's not hanging down and, you know, it doesn't get in the way when you're changing out your filter. So then you just tighten this up a little. That's tight. Then we're going to turn our attention to this oil filter. Now I have some oil filters, and I think, I don't know, I hope it's the same. If not, I'll just have to run to town and get one. One Napa filtre for another Napa filtre. I think it's the same. I don't know. I got it at an auction and it said Ford Explorer on it, so fingers crossed it fits. And always make sure that when you change your oil filter, sometimes if people don't put oil on this ring, the old ring will get stuck on there. And then you end up putting a second ring on it and nothing seals up. So, just a helpful tip. Put oil on your new O-ring on your oil filter every time that you're done. So like I said, this actually said Ford Explorer on this filter, but it seemed to have fitted, so it's good. I picked it up at an auction in a box lot for $5, and I'm talking I had a bunch of filters, so I'm glad that worked. $1,436.3 hours. And that's that part. I don't remember exactly how much this tractor takes. So we're just gonna give her a little bit and then see where we're at. She might be full already, boys. So she's a little bit down on the stick. I'm gonna add a little more due to the filter not being full. So yeah, she's like at the 3 or whatever, 5, whatever that number might be. Oh, it looks like it's a 1 and a 9. Huh. So yeah, let's add a little more to it. Yeah, that's probably enough. So I've just been using the same oil that has treated me good, so it's not that expensive for a 5-gallon bucket. I run it in all the tractors in my truck and the skid steer, so you know, it's always on hand. I always have it for when I need it. So like I mentioned, we got a storm coming this way. They're saying tomorrow afternoonish, so I want to make sure that the generator is ready to go. So we just flip at the choke, make sure the fuel's on, and then flip the switch over here to on. Periodically try to run that, so that way it doesn't non-start when you need it. And I just turn the fuel off and let it run out of fuel. That way none sits in the carburetor and this all comes up. She's got some air in it. Oh, we always had it there. Come on, girl. We're going to try this a couple more times and then I'll pull it down and bleed it. She wants to stay going so bad. Nope. Better bleed it before I kill it. If anyone knows of a good wrench set that doesn't skip a bunch of sizes, that's like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like maybe all the way up to like 20, 21. I don't know, a bigger wrench set that is decent, that comes in a self-contained roll-up case, that are good wrenches, you know, leave a comment, let me know. I really would like to find a good roll-up set of wrenches so I could just lay them out and use them instead of having to dig every time. So it might be hard for you guys to see. Maybe if I get you down a little closer. So right behind that screen where I have that wrench is actually a... Oh. Maybe I can get you guys in there a little better. I don't know how much better that is. But anyways, there's a bleeder there. So maybe if I loosen it up, I can just bleed from there. Let's see what we get out of there. All right, now that we know that took care of that, I've had to do that a few times. All that happens is you just get a little air pocket stuck in there. And it's super easy to get out. It's just, that spot's kind of a pain to get to. So let's check the oil again. So, yeah, it turned it black already. It's to be expected. Look at that. Filter's full. We're right to the mark. Perfect. So she's all greased up for now. Now I gotta order a few fittings for it. Or not fittings, a few filters like the air filter. I gotta round up a cover for it as well. I think I might have it actually. But this filter I have beat out and cleaned, and it's been on there for about 3 years. I don't know, 2.5, 3 years since I've had the tractor, so it actually really needs cleaned out. And then if we come over here to the old Alice, so I got this tractor, and as you can see around the wheel, it's awfully wet and around this oil pan. So I do believe that it needs a new oil pan gasket. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm just gonna take a bunch of RTV and I'm just gonna RTV that gasket, which is probably what somebody else has done. That's probably why I'm having issues. And you know, there's a few other things to the tractor. I want to get the, I'll have to show you. So the temperature gauge is supposed to go right there. It'd be nice to know how hot the tractor is, potentially. It could be very bad. And I want to get a new oil pressure gauge, which goes right there. And I need to get this taken care of. I need a starter for this tractor as well. This one, I'm not sure. We took it apart. It spins over when it's apart, but there's a bearing in the back, and it looks like it maybe like a brass or a bronze bearing, and the bearing in the back seems to be shot. And so in terms on that, it kind of chewed up everything else inside of there. So it kicks out like it's supposed to when it's off the tractor, but when you put a load behind it and it starts to drag on the starter a little bit, kind of seems like, so it should be straight, and it kind of gets cocked down. So it goes from here to here whenever you try to start it, and I really feel like that is probably the issue. And it looks like it's been that way, and it's chewed up a bunch in the tractor itself. So I got to replace that. And then I have, so that tractor also needs a rotor button. I have the rotor button and a new condenser, but I think I only need the rotor button. So that's going to be a video soon. I really need to find that starter. So I got that tractor at an auction on a really good deal. So I need to find a starter, and to be honest, trying to buy a used starter is as much or more as I paid for the whole entire tractor. And I don't think that it's rebuildable. It's already been rebuilt once. There were stickers in there where someone had rebuilt it. And I don't know, maybe it just didn't get oiled enough. I'm not real sure. So there is an oiler flap on there. I never oiled it because it made this noise, and I just took it off because I couldn't get it to work at first. The tractor coast starts fine. I don't have no issues with that. So I don't think that's an issue. I just think you know, something's really messed up on that starter and it just needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna shut the fuel off. It's already off. I let it run the bowl dry, so that way I didn't get a whole bunch of gas potentially into my oil. You know, this tractor, I'd love to find a new hood for it that's a little better shape. I could potentially fix this one. It's kind of so-so, and I'd really like to just paint up the whole tractor, get it degreased, get a nice paint job on it, and take it around to shows and use it to advertise my business. And I mean, just take it to shows. I'm really interested in tractor shows. So I believe this to be an Allis-Chalmers Model C, and I don't know the date codes on these things or how to date them. So maybe if I clean it up, one of you on here could maybe point me in the right direction. I guess I could probably just Google it. But there is the number on the block. It looks like a CE 792. I don't really know if that helps. Looks like there might be more numbers. I just can't really tell. So I don't know if that's where you look it up to find out what year it is. I've looked a little bit. I haven't really dug into it a lot. So, you know, this is the next project. I've got a few other things on the burner. I've got that trailer I need to finish up. I made part 1 to it. If you check on my channel, you can look at part 1 of, I can't remember, I think I titled it Trailer Teardown. I started on it last October, and the guy told me he really wasn't in a hurry for it, so I didn't get in too big of a hurry. But I need to get on it. It's springtime. I need to get it done for him, so that's going to be my next project. So we're all ready for the storm. We've got the trampoline set up. We've got the tractor all taken care of in case we need it. Got the Allis-Chalmers inside. I was a little bit concerned about leaving that tractor outside. The old Ford has a broken fuel line. It's not really broken, it just weeps out, so it's just gonna set out. That tractor is it is a handy little tractor. I don't dislike it. I just don't need to worry about it right now. So that's the deal with it. And I think that pretty much wraps up this afternoon, this evening for me. I got everything moved around. Did pick me up this Milwaukee grease gun. Really saves me on time, grease and everything. And I mean, it just seems to do a good job, so hopefully I'll be able to add more Milwaukee tools to the fleet. And that pretty much does it for today. If the storm gets real bad tomorrow, I'm going to try to video it and show you guys how bad the storm potentially is and the aftermath, maybe some flooding videos. But they're saying that it's going to come in the afternoon, between the afternoon and the evening, so I don't really know when to expect it. So I guess that wraps up today, and we'll find out about the storm. So catch you guys on the next one, and have a good night. Drop a comment if you know anything about the Allis-Chalmers, where I can find parts, starters, good reliable place, good reliable gauges, and everything else like that. So if you know anywhere like that, please, please, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you. Bye.